Times now it's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhyme. I'm in the booth straight dropped in dimes. Clark Kent, David Plankton, Metropolis Time. I write this rap form under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. It's this shine, kind of shine, huh? I'm playing with it. I'm playing with the background. Okay, that takes care of that a little bit. Take down the shine. All right. I think you can tell. I got a new little setup here. I'm just having fun. My wife asked me, could I make space in the storage area so she basic use for quite a while, so many weeks, if not months. So I provided that for her, and she was glad for that. All right. So first and foremost, we have School Us album sales. As I mentioned, here, of course, is the album. As I mentioned, who's ready to buy this? However, I have a system I do, and he hadn't called me or anything, which is fine. I don't expect that, but I haven't got to him yet. So I haven't had the discretionary time to make that happen, really, in a natural flow of life. Without like losing sleep, doing crazy stuff out of my normal schedule. And I don't want to do that. So, didn't happen yet, but it will. I don't like Sunset. I got to talking to get to a little later what it was around, but we're talking about the Federales with my man. And I was reminded of that song Poncho and Lefty, Willie Nelson. So actually, I think I want to play that after this show, if I remember. I heard it on my phone. That's pretty lame. If I hear it on this, it'll be okay. But man, that's a good song. Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard. So that's as much country as I have done this past week. That's okay. All right, YouTube channel. I gotta say, things are starting off really well with this reel short, YouTube short. I'm already surpassed last week's short on YouTube, right out the gate. I was already at 45 here. Boom, got a subscriber. Boom, thank God for that. It's been a minute. It hasn't been terrible, but it's really nice when you get a subscriber from that little short. Instagram, not a ton going on with that. TikTok, I broke the record. What happened with that was recorded and I forgot, I guess, to upload it or something, but it was in there, thankfully. So I uploaded it instead of like at midnight on the West Coast. It was like in the morning, like our time, 7:30, 7 o'clock. And so 10 o'clock on the East Coast, whatever, if that matters. So I got a record, 2,000 plus. So that's cool. And this one has 200 something, so that's good. Yes. When about there was an open mic I missed, and when do I talk about it related to this list? Okay, I was going to post it on YouTube. So my man Craig from work, thank you to him and to Randy and to Adrian wanted me to send them this. So thank you guys. And I told Craig I couldn't make it because, as he knows, and it affects a lot of things. We did a route adjustment for the first time in 11 years. And that was the night before. And I just had to get that done. I'm not going to do it for free or go in early or anything. So I did. I maxed it out and got as prepared as I could. So long term, it's a good thing. Short term, it's a shame I missed this open mic. So my equipment's there. And anyhow, we were going to maybe upload it. I know there'll be another opportunity. And it's really, for me, by far the best open mic to go to when it's that close. It looked like a nice little intimate gathering. Way more chill than the Ave, which there's pros and cons. But just seemed really intimate and chill, and see what I missed out on. I think I'm going on Tuesday. I think that's it. And then as far as Saving Rabbi Yeshua, we're getting there. I need to get with Will because we had talked about meeting on Friday. I suppose we can still meet on Friday now for the time being. So I think we'll do it Friday, the next show. Rules of engagement, nothing new there. So Bellevue Ballers. So yeah, with this route adjustment, that can help everything because now I did the route just Saturday. It was a light mail day. I will give it that. But I got done in time. But I could have got done faster. But what we call it cleaning up the route, and that means, especially I'm on the 700 block of 85th to start the route, like towards the beginning, and you get these old apartments, and a lot of the names aren't. You don't have names with. I like to get that fixed, and I have a system for doing that, so I don't do it all at once. I spread it out, and I got my old route basically maxed out every mailbox that in my system. I got that done, so I'm ready to take on this and work on it. It's going to be a work in progress, but anyway, I'm glad for that. I really need some medical help. I got my knee swollen, my ankle swelling up, and I can't get a hold of anybody. And people who are excited about the idea of government medical care, I don't get that. It's like being at the VA or something. I'm a federal worker, and so they're in Washington D.C. and they're closed. And I called them twice, at least, maybe 3 times, and it's hard for me to call these guys because I can't do my job and talk to them. And I was told I could get time, dedicated time for that, but that's a burden too. They can't answer their phone. They can't go into work because of inclement weather in Washington, D.C. And I guess that's if it's over 90 degrees. Man, they're asking us to deliver mail in 100 plus throughout the country. Your mail wasn't delivered today because of inclement weather. Well, obviously, if you look at the post office motto, that's not an option. But the guy's a cool guy, and it's not just him. But think about the Washington bureaucrats that don't go in for inclement weather, which is, I guess, over 90 degrees or something. Can he work from home? Maybe not. Yeah, it's a landline. But seriously, we work in all kinds of weather outside, not in an air-conditioned office. This is incredible. And we need our job too to work in this inclement weather. So therefore, we need you to show up to work and help us with whatever medical situation. So again, take out the profit incentive, and I get it. Talking to someone from church, and he said there's some guy who wanted to go be a foot doctor because that's where the most money was. No, we don't want guys like that in medical. And I might want to have him on a video to explain the whole medical situation, but it's not favorable to believers getting into the industry, and even if you're a patient, and we don't have a ton of options here, and it's not encouraged by it. But anyway, that's my situation, and I pray for this to be dealt with in short order. Should be tomorrow. I'm gonna call him early. Okay, but anyhow, thankfully my route's easier. So yes, walking around, if I got a swollen knee, swollen ankle, I can handle it easier. So that's good. All right, now, but again, Bellevue Ballers is big help for that, because now I'm hopeful to have easily got that thing done, and I kind of made it work. So all that's good. Okay, so I'm very thankful, and I can say now I'm thankful for the situation. Some people that had routes for a long time got worse routes. They have more seniority. I mean, I actually have a lot more seniority, but I gave it up to become a custodian and come back to carrier. So landed on my feet, and I thank God for that. And those folks with seniority can get another route because routes come available, and they got seniority. They'll get what they want, even if they have to change. But it's not route, but their route's been changed. So even all their old customers have kind of been removed from them. So it's sad for a lot of people. All right, music for Back to the Rhymes. I don't have any new music. merch. I'm wearing it, and then you can see the sticker right there. And we got a little merch. So I think a lot of people have heard someone wanted to kill, and a lot of people want to kill President Trump, but one was inches away from it. It's an absolute miracle. And the question I have is, so you have somebody saying, hey, I could see the guy going up on the roof with the gun. I don't know how this works, because I think if you watch a video, there is a sniper watching over the rally. You know, that's a good guy with a sniper, a good guy with a gun. So if you're observing, you see a guy going up there. How do you know who's who? That's a little one thing I was thinking about. Well, I guess you assume he's in plain view with the sniper. I guess that means he's a good guy. Going up on the roof with on his elbows or whatever. He's a bad guy, apparently. Or at least there should be, everyone should know who's who. It's not friendly fire when you're taking that guy out trying to kill who's going to look likely to be president again, right? So a lot of challenges here. A lot of things went extremely wrong. How could, you just need, from everything I've been able to figure out, and I haven't hours to figure out, there needs to be a better communication with everyone involved, knowing everyone who's who. I mean, if you don't know, I think all the people who are in the know, who are protecting the president, know that this guy's not part of your group, that he needs to go, and he's up to no good, and he needs to go right away. And how is it that he can get into that position without being seen? I mean, even if, couldn't you have a drone overhead or something overhead watching absolutely everything? I mean, how hard are they going? Everybody from up there, or something. I mean, there's no way this should have happened. It's just a miracle he's alive. Praise God, but sad and scary when it's that close. So anyhow, things go on. And one thing I really haven't heard one person say this, but it's the absolute truth. Changes the narrative from Biden's got to go, he's old and all that's all anyone was talking about 2 days ago. Now what are people going to be talking about? Not that. So I have to point that out. The narrative's talking about this. They're going to talk about whatever gun stuff. And now Biden could go back to working from 10 to 4. He doesn't have to prove anything for a while. Even though Dan Bongino was saying, hey, we need to keep this guy in the race as long as possible because that works to our advantage. The sooner he gets out, the sooner they could do something, put someone in there who's semi-coherent, the worse for us. So in a way, again, people can have all kinds of conspiracies. My wife watched the show. We used to watch the show. I can't remember the name, but it was a conspiracy. It was about political, all the games that are played. What's that show called? I can't remember, but everything was all kinds of tricks, and nothing. Don't believe your eyes ever once. And even she is skeptical. You could be skeptical, but I read a comment and it's like, how come no one got hit? Oh no, someone got killed. The Trump supporter got killed. So unless Trump crazy, he's not out trying to have someone pretend. Anyway, this is terrible. It's real. So we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see what the rallies look like going forward. But it's kind of like last time you had to shut down from COVID, I guess, of the rallies. Now what? But we know that's what the goal is. So no one's surprised. And Trump knows it. And then, he raises. Trump knows he could die at any minute. He knows he almost died. He knows it. He's going to keep going. And if anyone, he's made peace with his death. Clearly, he's not going to stop. He's totally at peace with what he's doing. There's no question. He's going to have a good, long life. And if this was it, he knows he did great, and God bless him. So we just pray for him to come back super speedy. All right, so you will be glorified. I don't really have much to say about that right now. steps. We're working on the ministry at the Nikkei Manor and getting the musicians in place. And who knows? That's my one connection to worship music, and I actually have a part in. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do my cleaning and oversee that, and not be doing this show at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. That's really part of it. So anyway, current events. I kind of just explained one, and that's probably as current as you can get. There's something else. It's funny how time goes. So you had some shooting happening on Aurora again, and around the 100th, and then someone got shot on 100th and Stone. These are all places I've been delivering mail. This is in the middle of the night, but you deliver mail there. I'm around it. Others, And so the city council person, Kathy Moore is her name apparently, said, yeah, they're fighting over each other's turf. I'm sorry, is it their turf or is it the people's turf? There's not going to be any of this, this is stupid to me. Their turf? So we've given away part of Aurora to the prostitutes and the pimps and the gangsters or whoever because it's their turf. Seriously? It's not a huge area. You go 3 houses down on each block, you're in normal land. It's just that little Aurora. It's not hard. It wouldn't take that much. And we should be paying. I mean, I don't know where the money's going for the city, but man, you got to quadruple times 10 all the money going to that spot right there. And of course, when did we have the Alderwood deal? That's another tragedy. What happened with that? And I don't remember when it was. This dude's not American. His family, they came here for a better life. This guy's hanging around. And you can look at the profile, the ethnic profile, but stupid. Anyway, it's a real shame. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to the rhymes. And I think schedule-wise, I should be able to do my other song in a couple of weeks. I got to make sure I hit that, get to it. Let's see how far I get today. I would say I better have this song, at least a couple verses done by the end of next week. Next week is going to be a rough one. Well, thankfully, we're not out of town like 3 months ago in Boise. I'll be in Tacoma. So that should be done at 5. It won't be too bad. That was rough last. I don't remember what I did. That's always rough. And I'm just thankful it's our only major out of town one this year. The other ones are in Tacoma and Everett. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Inspect what you expect when trying to test the intellect. Shoot, I didn't do that right. Sorry, let me fix this. Trying to test the intellect. We're going to capitalize the intellect. Because he ready. Are you prepared to get checked? Subscription to sound thinking, prescription, get an inkling. And we'll work to bring you along. Just study what I'm saying in song. It's off to a pretty good start. So here's what's going on. And like I said, I probably figured it out later that the intellect is a name, like a moniker, right? So that'd be like another nickname for Mike Dynamic, the intellect. And again, I didn't search it. There might be a rapper or somebody's calling himself the intellect. That's okay. We'll find out. Then they're lowercase. If there's someone doing it, they're lowercase, or I'll be his assistant, or maybe I'm his promoter or whatever. Okay, so I did remember some of my lyrics I'd come up with when I was delivering mail, and I believe it was on 81st, which is no longer on my route, the 900 block. Thank you very much. I think it was 81st. All right, we'll work to bring you along. Just study what I'm saying in song. See, I can't change it, right? Let me try something. I just want to see can I do third party? Like, hey, they got, I don't know, was it Ricky Henderson? You say, man, Ricky steals bases. Ricky does that. You get some of these guys and they refer to themselves like another person, alter ego, whatever. Inspect what you expect when trying to test the intellect. Because you ready? Are you prepared to get checked? Subscription to sound thinking, prescription, get an inkling, and it will work to bring you along. I said it's we. Just study what I'm saying in song. Okay, I guess I'll be talking about myself then. Let's just study what I'm saying in song. Okay. Is your conduct conducive to clarity? If so, my friend, that's a rarity. Conducive. Just for fun, and I know it. I just never really, I think conducive spelled right. It looks right. I want to look up conduct and conducive because I'm kind of throwing them next to each other. And then, yes. And I was practicing for my open mic, rapping out on the route. That was pretty nice. I had my songs ready to roll. The 2 songs I was able to do it. I was ready. All right. So if someone wanted to see my performance, they could have been out there on Route 95 there on Friday, and they might have heard a live performance. Okay. I was just rapping along old karaoke style. Conducive. Conducive. Conduct. Uh-oh. Conduce. Look, I've just never even seen it written. Conducive, C-O-N. C-U-D-D-U-C-I-V-E. Yeah. I had that spelled right. Tending to cause or bring about contributive working conditions, not conductive. What? Working conditions not conductive to productivity. What? Tending to cause or bring about. Yeah, hell, it's weird. Anyway, and then conduct or whatever. Conducive. Okay. And so, my friend, that's a rarity. You don't want to wind up tangled up in the verbal. I don't know. I hope I say this right. In the verbal fisticuffs. There's another one I never read. Oh, I'm like around a ton. Fisticuffs. T-I. Okay. Didn't know. Never spelled it. Never tried to. A fist fight. Boxing. Okay. And tangled up in the verbal fisticuffs. A cloud of dust. In a cloud of dust. Dust I trust. Okay. Now, like I said, I had that rhyme stored away. Seems you got a clue. There won't be none of that. None of that. How do you do that? How do you spell that? I think it's W-H-E-W. I think that's a verse. Let's see how long this takes. I'll wait till I get to 28:30. All right. Inspect what you expect when trying to test the intellect. Cause you ready. Are you prepared to get checked? Subscription to Sound Thinking, prescription, get an inkling, and we'll work to bring you along. Just study what I'm saying in song. Is your conduct conducive to clarity? If so, my friend, that's a rarity. Because you don't want to wind up tangled up in the verbal fisticuffs in a cloud of dust. I trust. Seeing you've got a clue, won't be none of that. Phew. And that's 30 seconds. Okay. So that's about what I want to do now. Got to have a hook. I want to call. I don't think I titled the song, so I'm calling it "The Intellect." I could just be talking, like something like, how about this? Talking, right? The intellect will see you now. Right? Okay, come on in. Right? And then next time we'll continue that, but you can kind of see where that's going, and we'll get back to the rhymes.